love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Counter-Strike. That's what we're all here for. We've come to a decide. It didn't look like we were going to get this map, Alan, but we do indeed. A little bit extra funny here in this Apex one-win matchup. It seems like we're getting a full monster play, though Travis would like to rebuff it. Oh, no. Jacob slips out construction and dispels that feast. Bomb likely to be planted back a pillar here. There's a safe haven, but they're continuing to fight. Don't want to give this away, but as the numbers continue to lean in favor of Apeks, there's a lot to work with. There's a lot to like. If you're a fan of this squad, a double monster push. Knock will confirm that with his life. And actually, a couple of these players being low. This is far from settled business. STYKO up in heaven. Should be the harassment factor, and that's great reaction to the information he had gained. It's all on Deco. Well, he will get one. He is quickly overwhelmed.
Endless action. There are only two there on B, and the first player to go down to Monster is really annoying for one win. Straight through the smoke. If he had stayed alive and those two hang on for longer, the flank was really quick from Connector. So a little bit of a shame. Decent try, but Lady Luck was not with them, at least with the opening frag. And it's a very heavy eco. Just a couple flashes on Nickelback. 5-7 on Deco. Even though those flashes, they're all the way back on the A site right now. So Nickelback should be a bit close to get these flashes engaged on some of the players.
Yeah, maybe hoping to lure them. I don't even know what the idea is of having those flashes so far back. Not really set up to coordinate with the teammates. Goodbye, Deco. Connector cleared out. First piece of the puzzle to a comfortable overpass anti-eco is found. Take a step-by-step instruction list. Take the space on Connector. Now you allow the rotates. Easy peasy. Pick your site of choice. Slowly eat up space outside of it. Execute. Did I miss anything?
That's Counter-Strike. That's how it's done. I don't mind the stack from Monwin, but it's clearly not the right one. Question now becomes, what's the best way if you're 4 players equaling to get a kill now? I think they've said...
Run at them.
Go up connected together, maybe?
Almost feels like they're just playing to deny the kills back the other way, which feels absurd. Or maybe they're just anticipating the long rotate. They're going to try and catch out one player here. Might do if Kicksan goes too far afield. Does seem to be the idea. Kicksan's got covered, but he's left his safe haven for a 3K.
Wow.
And why not a 4th? That's the way to do it. Pad those numbers, Kicksan. Gotta get them when you can.
I don't think he needs to pad the stats. He's pretty good. He'll take it. Here's the buy. Second round eco for 1 win means they're going to buy here. The risk of this is that no AWP. Nades are lacking a bit on a few players, and actually there's no kit too. So, not perfect in the 1 win camp. The 1 win world.
It's the 1 win world. We're all just living in it. Winning in it.
Yeah. We'll all be flying private jets to every event.
If only.
If only.
Beats economy. JL beats Forrester.
I don't actually mind economy. Maybe that's just me.
That's because you are on a slightly different size scale than I am when it comes to knees fitting in seats. Travis, gonna fit them right into his crosshair here. Looking for more as well. He's not gonna have it. So a 2-on-2, though Kicksan is very low. Smoke might help them confirm the bomb plant here. Actually, oh no, this is really interesting. Gone into water. Not going to take the opportunity there. I guess they're wary of construction coming through. Boomich is walking out. Boomich is walking out. He's got one in the second as well. That was strange from Apeks.
Tools to bring the bomb so close. I don't know. A little bit all over.
Have a smoke, right? If you want to put that on towards construction. I don't know what the paranoia was. They really thought they could get more out of that.
They want to push through A in the end or something? I don't know.
Maybe. If they thought the rotate was coming construction, I could see the logic. Kill the one player there.
Yeah, well, thankfully, second round was ever so clean thanks to because of Kicksan. The buy is still pretty good for Apeks. There's no real concessions outside of a couple nades. Door gets naded off. Now the boost comes into play. No frag found as CSGO is wise to those moves. It's actually the CD. How did the CDs only have one smoke?
Not really sure.
Is this because they lost so many numbers, they had to rebuy and drop in guns or something? Because
seems to be the case.
So that's a long time with just one smoke to play with now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Looking like they're not going to need to wait all that time, though. A little bit of fumbling on this Signs boost. It's looked for. Jacob, ripper of a shot out of that AK, and now big pressure on for CSGO. They know where he was. Can't boost solo dolo, so now JL escorts him into the grave. Bomb plant down. Nick go back fighting, but if he doesn't find something quickly here, this one could be a save. Indeed, it likely should be now. 2-on-3, really tough spot in the retake. They've got kits at least, but Jacob confirms it. And now they're going to lose everything. Forrester alone, just trying to back away, but Apeks will confirm their third. Immediately isolating the one-round win.
Yeah. See if Forrester can even escape. Don't think Nork actually spotted him there. And it looks to be okay as Nork starts to flank A instead. Whew. Moment one win a single round. Instantly fought back. Very clean stuff from Apeks. Don't think that really could have gone any better. Massive kill onto Boomich. Round the site. Good trades. And now with the money in a precarious position, they can't commit any more into this. It's just Forrester on that AK. He's clearly the man we need to be watching if anything's going to happen in this round. But yeah, certainly if you're one win, got to keep the economy low. You can't let Apeks streak up and get a bank.
Forrester nearly catches. Oh, they're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck. Well, Travis will be lost to that. They're able to get away. The AK lives at the very least, but they're realizing that there's a lot of reinforcements on this B site. So time to work elsewhere. Jacob peering around. Spotting a duel in towards Connector. We'll set up the death of Deco, and this is the only person on the side of the map. So the Apeks are still sticking around outside B quite a bit, but as Jacob continues to find space here, well, they might just kill everybody. Why not?
They've seen the boost as well. They know they're both B. It's a long rotate, though, for the bomb.
50 seconds. I mean, they got control of Connector. There's no possibility to rotate up. Jail's just going to hold on to the position, knowing that they have to make a move, but Forrester will at least make it costly. Make it expensive. Only to the tune of 2 kills.
Knowing that Deco isn't the one with just enough to glass. Heads into the M4. Fairly easy round for one win. For couple of frags from Forrester to at least keep the money within the realms. That is nice, I guess. But we need the gun rounds to start coming good. Free A start for one win. Nickelback has been called over as Boomich gets endlessly aggressive. Really aggressive. Deco found. They don't expect Boomich up close, and he makes it too. Wow, that's amazing. And Nickelback is still in connector to lock that area down as well.
Speaking of locking it down, goodbye, STYKO. Non-starter for Apeks in this one. They're not even finding damage at this point. Everybody just isolated. It's all the elements that we saw at times plaguing them on Vertigo, where it feels like in their defaults, there's no coordination between players, right? Everyone's kind of on an island. On an island, they're falling. Apekskyxsan gonna try and paddle to shore, but there will be no safe beach for him to land upon. Dashed upon the rocks, Alan.
Yeah. And the storm, the torrent, that was Boomich. So put them into it.
I've just realized JL's AK, I think, or it's Jacob's AK. I think it's supposed to... Is it Jacob's? I guess it's Jacob's. It's supposed to be like JK and then heart, heart. I think. But it's an eyebite power and then a Titan sticker. But I think that's the idea. What do I know?
The meta-analysis of the guns.
What does that tell us about his personality type, his sticker equip?
More than a star sign, that's what I'm saying.
Boomich is very aggressive here. I don't know if he's going to expect Knock to already be out. Oh, he does! He does! And he knows as well. Look at that damage. That is crazy. And in the meantime, Deku gets the kill onto Jacob elsewhere. So this is unraveled. It was looking good. Instead, they're getting chewed up. Our Apeks just trying to catch this one A-site defender, but STYKO can't land the shot. And so a 4 HP Kyxsan has to try and pull off a miracle. Headshots only for him now.
It's not helped by the CT positioning. 3A, basically. There's the spot. There's the frag. Forrester gets cutting. And that money is broken. This is a fun map now for Boomich, isn't it? Because I'm pretty sure he's the A player based off what I've seen so far. That's a position normally reserved for some of the best players in the world. You got to be aggressive. You have a lot of different options. And I think on this team, of course, on you know, an Entropic of the world back in the day, it would have been Crad playing those sort of spots, but maybe Forrest is always more passive. Travis would have been the other option, I guess, to be the A player, but Boomich, I guess, is the best suited. He's certainly played a lot of different roles. Not scared to get aggressive, and right now he is the main factor in terms of this half, getting back into control for one win.
He does love a bit of a push. Speaking of a bit of a push, they're very far up long, and Boomich is ready for it. So he built him up, and he knocks him down.
Yeah, and of course, these are spots he would never have played, at least in late stage Na'Vi when he's still on the team. You are never playing A when Electronic and Bit are on your team.
So again, just seems to be a situation of see if we can't get a pistol kill, every man for themselves. Shockingly, it's not getting results.
Maybe Apeks should start pausing because, as you've mentioned, yeah, let's be real. The feeling of a major semi-final versus presumably flying home, then the next day having to play an online match against a team like One Win. You can't be a human in that situation and not feel like this is, you know, the same sort of world, honestly. But this Pro League spot matters. If you go lower into that lower bracket, you can meet a Monty, you can meet a 9 in good form. I really don't think you want to lose this game, you're Apeksy, if it can be avoided at any cost. And as good as One Win's been, you do still get the feeling that Apeks should have enough to win this if they're full focused.
Yeah, one would expect. But it has started to look very good. Guns back out, though. Time to correct. Still early. Just hitting round 9. Plenty of time to make this a decent attacking half.
Blows my mind how many rounds Deco has rifled this series so far.
I don't think he... I mean, it genuinely feels like Boomich is off more than him, which is insane. But also, I think, accurate?
Yeah, I mean, surely he did quite a bit on... But actually, they didn't play much of a CT half, did they, on Ancients? So we never really got to see.
No. I actually think Boomich might have put the all more than he has. JL nearly burns alive. Little JL the Q. But there you go. All right, Boomich out of play. This B aggression not rewarded. They were stacking 4 here towards this side of the map, and 2 have just been deleted.
If Apeks are playing attention, they'll know they just killed the A Rifler as well. I think that's why Nork and especially JChem are starting to take some space. Look at the stack there from 1win. I like the idea, but Apeks are just... Well, they're just fighting both sides right now. They're going to find B completely empty.
Bomb needs to come back down. STYKO hasn't gotten the communication yet, but Kyxsan's finding all the space, and he just lost his 2 teammates. So at least 1 kill from JChem will keep the numbers in their favor. This bomb should be plantable. Not fast enough to deny on the rotates, but this retake, not a sure thing. JL's position going to be very difficult to deal with. They don't have any utility. There's no Molotov to dig him out. He just kind of needs to get lucky, but he was baiting it. That one shot was just to bait the peak. Is he backing off at this point?
Double heaven, double heaven.
There they go. Water falling out. Kyxsan's got the first, not anticipating the second. Didn't realize Echo had repositioned. Let's come down to the 1v1. Echo back. He's got the kid. Go for the stick, but STYKO will find the 1 kill they need to just edge the round.
It's still a great attempt. And that has done horrid things to the Apex economy. I'm not surprised to see a pause, because this round is a big deal for the Apex squad. Lose this, you're only on 1-9 loss as well. Could be a massive problem. That AWP is finally out on Deco. Which makes us all feel a little bit better inside. This Apex need to sort out the buy. JChem's already just bought a Mac 10. There's a lot of talking here. I wonder if they're planning a set round and they need to sort out the nades. Juggling that about. What is with the... Why do you do this, JL? Why?
The MP5?
Yeah, it's not the first
time.
time. I think it was on... Maybe it was on
the last
Ancient.
round on Vertigo.
Yeah, it was Vertigo.
The last regulation round on Vertigo. Smoke spam, I think.
It is a
Makes
set
more
round.
sense on the CT
It is a
side,
set round.
Yep, here they go. Here they go. Faster play. Travis, choose through him. Need to follow up to make sure no one else is getting through this choke point. STYKO low, but he does find his. So Boomich punished just a little bit, but so many bodies were here for 1 win, right? They were ready for this every step of the way. Feels like this is a conscious decision for them to play a lot of stack rounds.
This one was clever. If they knew the economy was on the brink, a set B players. Pretty high percentage. Chance of coming. And this time, I feel much more confident in Deco being left alone on this AWP. Sat in long toilets. Yes, he has to juggle multiple angles. This man rarely misses. Shadow advantage as well. That was never not going to be a frag for Deco. Smokes himself out. And he's actually going to stick around in long toilets, but yeah. Locking down the other side of the map is Deco. I like the call from
seconds.
I like the call from Apeks.
To save here?
No, as in
Or
to
the
go
initial
for the
one?
fast B. I mean, they didn't have the nades, so I don't think to default. Their buy was just so disastrous from losing all the numbers. But 1win made the right read. Travis was up close. Flashbang was brilliant. They had 4 in defense. Very nice stuff.
Kind of the perfect counter to exactly what they saw. Tied up here. Do they chase 2 rifles? You'd imagine so. So this one's going to be a bit of a stringy buy.
Yeah, and the money's out of balance too for Apex. The more I see these forces, Mike, the more I think that in a 2-on-5, maybe just go for kills.
Yeah,
Because these
I
forces
kind of
are just a
agree.
nightmare.
You get in such a tough spot economically in terms of what you can bring through. Oh, if they get this kill, they do indeed. Boomich down. Tech9 finds it. Now you got an upgrade. And this is looking a lot better suddenly. Control the middle of the map. Going to make life difficult for one win. It won't feel as comfortable playing into the stacks. We got the 2-2 split. Pushing to construction is the option for the B players. It's Deco who's going to be under threat here.
They know he's an AWP. They know he's around somewhere, so we shouldn't be taking these angles willy-nilly. I think Nickelback's the man to watch. He's just creeping out into long now. Hanging off an angle from Flowers. And Travis picks up JL, just a clean face. That's a great response. Someone needs to grab bomb, actually.
Yeah.
As his A hit comes in, Deco with the first. Can't connect with a second. But I don't know how Jacob closes the ground. I thought Nickelback would be over sooner. Oh my lord, Deco. He's here to play now.
Just doesn't feel like they're all on the same page. Stiko dropped. Let's see if Kyxsan can find a desperation bomb plant, but it feels so disjointed, right? Someone's going back for the bomb while they're taking sight. Even when they're taking sight, one player faces through smoke, the other doesn't, the third is back. Like, where's the coordination here? A bomb plant is going to come through. Money made at least. There's a nade here that might just finish things. The op will do it. That's fine as well. So at least there's some cash made up for Apex, but we're seeing this in a lot of rounds where it just doesn't... I don't feel like we're getting a cohesive unit, Alan. It feels like we've got 5 players.
I mean, something that is happening a lot on Vertigo, I need to see more rounds, know there's a problem here, is because Kyxsan was the A player on Vertigo, T-side this is, he's not in the pack to call rounds. And you can see here on this round... when these players are actually committing, it's Kyxsan running off for the bomb. He can't see anything. He can't coordinate his team. So I wonder if that's a potential reason. It just looks sloppy to me. That's the hunch I get. Someone just needs to honestly have a bit of a shout at them and just say, get your head in the game. If we lose to one win here, Pro League spot is much harder to claim.
Deco finds him through the corner. It's not a kill. Travis, though, back on the angle. A massacre here. And a Molotov to mean that his gun is out of reach. At least the trade was there. Jacob finding damage with his Tech-9. Now he might have missed his window to find the actual frag. Nickelback creeping back forward. Doesn't know which way to look. It's getting awkward. Jacob's taking down his comrade. And there! A brilliant shot from Stiko. Forster an answer back, but now it's just a wounded Boomich. And could this be the round that they crack on the board? It's looking like it. Jacob with a massive 3-piece off of just the Tech-9.
I can't believe it. That's the round they win. We're safe to say the individuals are still here, even if the team is faltering a little bit. And that is disaster for one win. Pauses in, maybe one win discussing what their options are. Forrester could drop. I don't think there's any good calls right now. Presumably their loss bonus is pretty much nullified too. Okay, they're going in for it. Boomich. CZ. Deco doesn't have the AWP. Forrest has gone for M4s over that. Maybe someone else should play it. I don't think Boomich playing A on a CZ is going to go terribly well.
You don't believe in the cheeky divider play?
I mean, you could, but you more want the versatility, don't you, to take longer, at least be on longer range angles at the start for information.
They're going heavy bodies here towards
yeah.
A.
It's probably the right call, to be honest.
Fight. They want the connector fight. Boomich can play off of Nickelback is the general idea. Let's see if Stiko falls into it. JL starting to chew some space up outside of construction, but not finding anything just yet. They're timid. They're hesitant. They know the danger that lurks in these rounds. Apeks have taken a few welts already. I'm not looking for another. Mitch getting a bit antsy here. And STYKO will set up Nickelback for Kyxsan to serve on up. So that's a great start. I mean, you clear out the connector play. That was sort of the one really big idea into this round, and one win have found no success off of it.
Don't entirely blame the 1-win guys for fighting. They knew they lost mid. Players were going to be coming down the top of connector soon. And they chose to take the 2-on-1. STYKO was just better. Gets one, falls off the angle. Teammates there to help. And now they're in a world of trouble. It's a great kill from Deko, but tagged up this much. I guess he's staying alive. I mean, he's held them off. There's 2 on B. It's kind of as good as it gets. Your 1-win.
Nice kill for Forrester. A second as well, but this is turning the tide. It's all going to be on the Deko. He's so low. They've done so much work considering what they had available, but it's just not much going to matter. And Deko's going to save. So Apeks cracking through to 7. I mean, considering the way some of these rounds have broken down, considering the criticisms that we've had, 7 rounds already found and a shattered economy for 1 win. This is a great position to be in for Apeks.
Much like T-Side Vertigo, where they've lost some bizarre, funky rounds, but they have kept them close. A couple good gun rounds, and they break the money. So all in all, it's looking pretty good now for Apeks. 7, a map like Overpass is very nice. Very nice indeed. And what on earth are 1 we're going to have around this AK? Guess not much is the answer. Feels like I've seen so many 4 spies this series from 1-win. So many rounds.
Yeah, they like him. They do like him. They never seen a buy they don't like that, but this time they won't. So this is interesting, right? You've got the 1 rifle saved on Deko. But unless he finds a massive play, you're presumably conceding an 8th over to Apeks. All just playing for that last.
They've got him boosted over towards balloons. It doesn't look like JChem is facing, so they give it up. Instead, the flash is really nice. It does catch. Actually, I can't believe that was Norg to get the kill. I thought it was JL. It's actually Norg, fully blind.
Gonna be a bit disappointing for Travis that he couldn't zero that in on a fully blind player. That was the opportunity to make the pistols do something. Rifle coming out of connector, there's a possibility, but also Jacob's going to be coming in late. He's done Boomich. Nice shot for Forrester.
No
oh my
way.
goodness. Not like this. Not like this. All on the Nickelback, though. Do they know he's here? Do they realize he's here? They're trying to bait him forward. And there's the check. Kyxsan didn't realize his foot was exposed. STYKO's 1 shot away from death. Nickelback withdraws. This is eminently winnable now for Nickelback. Just got to hit that first shot. But he's rotating up.
Really thinks it's
He
A?
thinks the bomb could be up top. I think he thinks he could be trying to wrap since it's been a while since he's seen STYKO. This will concede the plant. Now this becomes a very different game. STYKO trusts himself to get off site. From heaven, he's been caught. No. STYKO lands the headshot he needed. Somehow, Apeks survived that round.
Been the story of the half, really, hasn't it? If 1-win just had a bit more consistency on their gun rounds, they might have a monster defense. But Apeks hold on. Even losing their numbers isn't a big deal because this is the last round. They're happy to invest everything. It doesn't matter anymore. And yet again, no AWP for Deko. There's no kits. Couple players lacking in utility. 1-win have just never got engaged on the CT side. Never been able to string more than a couple rounds together. We're going back to the tried and true. Look at Boomich. Feels like he has to make a massive play for them to win these rounds. And oh my god, he's through the smoke. And Jacob doesn't have a clue.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Boomich. Wondering how much he can get here. Selling out his teammate a bit.
How
Here's
is
the ball
Deco
rotating off?
We'll talk about that later, because that is egregious. How has Deco died?
Might be losing this opportunity. There it is. There's the opera. Now they know. Now they know. But STYKO's looking for it for his next move, for his escape route. So they brought it back in their favor. Well, even Steven, someone's got to get the bomb. Nickelback, how on earth has he pulled this off? The first one, sure, but the second? Egregious. Communication breakdown. It feels like here, and Jacob is going to take all this space towards A, but the rotation is what's going to be risky. Nickelback is coming up to reinforce. There's no one here as Jacob admires his skin. The question is, if he could kill Nickelback here towards the bank, this is going to be huge early on. Big frag to find. Gives them the safe haven to plant. But actually kicks on the rotation in. He's just spotted. He knows. He knows. He knows. Oh, and Jacob's lost. So now a 1v2 required for Kyxsan. Does he know both are on this side? I don't believe so yet, although actually he should, since he spotted one and Jacob died in the same breath. Oh, one tap and a bomb down. 1v1 for all the marbles of this round. A spot and a bailout. Kyxsan gets to define this engagement. And he'll stick around in the bank. There's a flashbang for Travis, but no kit, no smoke. Not a lot of options. A second flash salvage. And a cheeky attempt at the stick that will be denied. Hero play for Kyxsan, and it's a 3-round lead for Apex.
Oh, they should be happy. It wasn't a perfect half by any means. They'll watch that back in the demo reviews and think, even... we left a little bit on the table. There were some funky rounds. STYKO saved us towards the end against those pistols. But all in all, it's a strong T-half. We expect Apeks to be very competent on the defense. So overall, I don't think they'll be concerned. And now they're only a few rounds away from that upper bracket final.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
We are live here for the final half between these two teams. A heady lead for Apeks as they head onto the favorite defense. And somehow JL's been shot or stabbed in spawn. Don't know how that happened.
I think full damage. Going on to B, down the stairs.
Awkward. Little ankle break. Don't love that, but it's all good. Doesn't need those ankles. Unless he does. It's coming through. Nox got the first, the second as well, and it's looking very good for Apeks. Can they see this through? Looks like survey says yes.
Wow, that almost felt easy. Of course, they make it look easy by virtue of those incredible shots, but that was just 5 armor for Apeks. They wanted the fights and didn't miss a beat. No bomb plant either for 1 win. A blinding fast round 2. Full eco now, pretty much. Couple PT50s in the mix for this T side. That's just the start Apeks wanted after a rocky T side. They've got a lot of rounds, but they could do with just some stable rounds just to calm the nerves.
Anything to settle them down. Look at this. This isn't stable. Fortunately for them, this is a 4-man long push. And also, the bomb's not here. This is the old, you 4 go A with and I go B with bomb.
The hilarious part is they would have had the bomb plant on A.
They would indeed. I mean, they still could on B. Apeks haven't realized this. It's working. It's working. It's the drop down. And now, as they see them probing back in, do they realize, when does it enter their mind that it's not there?
Oh my.
It's worked. Matchmaking strats work. Never doubt yourself, matchmaking IGLs. You do know everything. And they've realized it now. They've gotten all the kills. But still, this is an act of thievery from Forrester.
I can't believe that worked. You might as well not even fight this, I guess.
He just leaves.
Let them have it, honestly.
They're smoking because they're like, where is he? What's happened? Now they found him. Now they found him. No kills on. It's
Forrester's
a pacifist
just laughing.
run for 1 win.
He's definitely just laughing there the whole time. What a crazy round.
Look, Sun Tzu says that one of the keys to warfare is, you know, making your enemies think there is strength where you have weakness, and weakness where you have strength, and maybe in this round it's making them think you have bombs where you do not.
Deception. That's the key. And thereby, they wouldn't have had full nades. No way, Jose, without that bomb plant, so does make a difference. But if we're 1 win, we need to hit the ground running. We lose this round, never eco in the next. Suddenly, this game is very much out of reach. Time to come good. And also use all these nades. Use all these nades that Forrester has handed you.
Forrester just handed them the opener as well. JL with an answer back. Cost him much of his health. Still, that's a really good find for them. Makes this a little bit easier. 1 win seemed very committed to waiting to see if there's another peek in towards Monster, right? There's 3 crosshairs looking at this right now. Not going to be giving it just yet.
Kickers is actually falling off at the worst possible time. They're going to boost this rifle or something. The timing could be really bad. And they're just walking around at just the wrong moment. JKM under massive pressure now to hold on until the cavalry comes.
Is that smoke actually good for Heaven?
I don't think so. It looks off to me.
Minimap could be deceiving, but the kills come in. No, it is in fact good. It's all good. And all the kills to boot. Knock needs to save. Has to save. Can't even think that he can think about thinking about doing this. I think and I thought, I thought.
Yeah, how many things can you get in 1 sentence?
I mean, he's about to have no things, because he's about to have no head if he goes around this corner.
Bit of a brute force round from 1 win, and we didn't see on board how STYKO went down, but it looked like he just faced the short pipe and got killed falling off. And from there, no info for Apeks. And they're basically caught in transition, so... It's a rough one. Save is very handy, because now you can drop to Kicksan. And there'll be rifles across the board. But no AWP. No AWP for Mr. Nork.
And I mean, we've seen this so many times where, throughout this series, it's just that one round you need to crack through. Now the economy's on tenterhooks. Over on the Apeks side, it's going to be tough for them if they drop here. All right, 1 win could close this gap in the blink of an eye. This round, all important.
AAA start. Flash is good. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And they're just going to give it. Leave Kicksan in connector. But no chance for any sort of refrag in mid. As they readjust, actually, look at this. Double long setup. 1 long toilets, 1 long flowers.
Just fade. Forrest is going for it. Forrest is going for it. JL's ready. Has a teammate close at hand as well. JL spot the shadow. He's got the kill. So this spacing is denied. A teammate trying to come in to do the exact same thing, but it's still the same fight. The flashbang's there. If he had more bullets, he even would have had another. Non-starter for 1 win. Complete shutdown so far in this round. And I'm not really seeing a path back in for them.
That is excellent. The rotates were a long way out. If one of them goes down, the pressure on the other is colossal. Perfect team play. Kicksan might get found. But I think Jakem's flank. Nickelback was actually looking that way for a second. As Jakem ducks into con. Is he spotted?
I don't think so.
Deco's looking right at him.
Now he knows. 30 seconds. Certainly not, Apeks. Certainly not. There's a path back into this round. 30 seconds. The rotation's going to have to be swift. Pick your poison in terms of the site, but they've chosen correctly. It's all on a knock.
His spot feels so good there, doesn't it? No smoke to put on for the plant.
But the 5v2 felt so good too, didn't it? Okay, yep, there's the lineup. There's the bomb drop. Should be all knock, and indeed it is. Again, though, do want to point out this has been the Achilles heel for Apeks, right? Overextension in man-up situations leading to issues.
Certainly. And, yeah. I'm fairly sure that the factor of going from a major to this is in play with a lack of discipline potentially at times. Hard to always maintain that focus. And whilst it might not have been the best day ever in the office for Apeks, they are only 4 rounds away now. They've got a much better buy. Got a lot of advantages and a lot of reasons why you'd be inclined to believe they will close out this game.
That's a nice boost up from Forrest there. Way to collect early on. And look at the positioning for Kicksan. He's under so much pressure. A lot of bodies here. They just want to clear him out. Now he's been spotted. He's in trouble. No help. No support. Some damage, but that's it. Big trouble on for Apeks now. They need a recovery.
What are they doing? They could be leading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob's down. It's in heaven by the look of it.
Still not a terrible read, considering where the bomb is. They might finish here, but they're starting to take more space, eh? Now they certainly will.
This is a massive moment. I mean, there's not really any money here for Apeks. They lose this round, they need saves.
Nice kill on for Travis. Should confirm the round. Should confirm the saves as well. 1 win. Not just going to let this half slip through their fingers. They're here to fight all the way down.
Slow T-side is starting to work. The boost obviously gets them the entry. He still needs to be careful. These guns are ever so important. JL, I think it's 1-4 loss. They'll have about 3-8 in the next. It's enough for M4 or A1S and armor, but not a whole lot else. Nork's aiming low in case he drops off in the crouch position, like on Pop Dog on train back in the day. I say back in the day, it was like, whatever, 2 years ago.
Back in my day! It's an eternity in esports.
Yeah.
Generation, it feels like. I'm really looking forward to the new version of the game existing, just so I can be like all these, you know, Source and 1.6 old heads who go, back in Source, back in 1.6. I haven't had that, Alan. Now I'll have that, you know, in a couple of years when someone only knows CS2.
I know.
Well, back in Global Offensive, it worked like this.
Back in my day, NA1 Amazing.
Don't worry, we're gonna win more. We're gonna win more. We love a new game.
This is a disaster start for JL. Was that straight through the smoke here?
Yeah.
It looks like it.
It absolutely was. Full spam.
Nightmare. I mean, maybe even stack. Get these rifles in one place. That's also the worst way to die, because you've just got absolutely zero information. You've also died to Forrester, who is the B default, so you just know nothing. Whew.
Suboptimal to say the least. They're taking long control off of this. There is no presence here, though. Knock looks like he wants to give it a look in, but he's just gonna info hop from APC. This is tentative. Jacob setting up a monster re-smoke. That's all about this long play. Jacob's thinking about it, but is he prepared for them to be right here? He was, but the shot's not on. Apekskyxsan takes care of the lurk, but it's all about Knock here. First one found, and their spacing is not great. Oh, but Nickelback's there in the nick of time. Bomb down. Do you even go for this if you're Apeks? No, is the answer.
Can't blame him. Ooh, these last few rounds have been depressing, haven't they? Apex can't really get engaged in a lot of these rounds. They do catch Nickelback. And they found a kill earlier. They'd probably be incentivized for an attempted retake. But it's way too late now. And actually, saving these guns is a big deal. Hopefully STYKO's leg isn't protruding. He's okay.
Hey, okay. And I mean, one thing I will say is if you look at the money for one win, these last rounds, the kills at the tail end when they'd already won it, have kept their economy very limited. Hasn't been a chance to build in here for the T side, but the problem is, what do you array against them to try and capitalize on that? It's just not much.
Surely some luck involved in the first kill in the last round, but Forrester's been brilliant. He's that B player. He's a constant threat. He'll lurk out a monster late if there's a gap. And Apeks are buying?
Yeah, they're chasing it. They've dropped guns. They're chasing this fully.
This is a mistake.
I think they recognize that the money's low on the other side, but this is... I mean, if they lose here, we're going to see this all but tied up. Big risk.
I understand trying to break the money. There's certainly a case for this, but it just feels like when you're in a round lead and you've played so few full buy rounds, Dork's barely AWP this half. If you're comfortable playing these sort of buys, go for it, but I haven't seen that yet on the CT side. They need to prove it.
Jacob's under pressure. Flashbang's in. They're so good. He's so lucky not to be caught here. Nickelback not wanting to go around the corner, and he did have support, to be fair. But Nickelback was not anticipating Jacob to have stuck around. Still, the trade is there. So that's A-okay for one win. And Nock's going to have to fade away. And look at this. They're just shifting right into the B hit. Right into the B hit. But this is the setup for Apeks. This is what they're ready for. This is what they're hoping for. Forrester. Canary in the coal mine. He's got the first.
What?
Second as well, Forrester. You absolute monster. Just walks into a trap that was set for him and shatters it. That was exactly the play they were hoping for, and he still wins the fight.
There's impact frags, and then there's that. If one win this series, and let's say there's a world where they even claim the Pro League spot, Those kill. I can't believe it. Apeks.
One, sure. Two, insane.
The second is unreal. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. And that was around where Apeks, in a 4-on-4, took a risk, committed 3B to fight Monster, and one man runs in and kills two of them and ends the round.
Wild. Just wild. Travis gets caught. This round's getting a little more interesting than they would be hoping for. Got to avoid getting the bomb trapped here. STYKO looking for it as well. Gun's been claimed by Jacob. But Forrester, of course, does have the site, so the bomb plant will come through. If STYKO could get back in towards Con and pick up a gun himself, that would be nice. I think there's just a MAC-10 down, though, so it's not really too much to be found. Seems like instead, STYKO wants to give this a look. Isolated player connection, but now for Jacob, it's just about the save.
Little cleaner for one win. Bank is hardly super build up, but it will be pretty good. Pretty good after this round. Maybe Apex should pause and talk about it and be a good investment for once after so many force buys and low buys that have defined this series, quite honestly. I wish we saw this one win more often. Hasn't materialized in all their series, but today it's been scrappy, but they're making it work.
So firepower pieces hitting in the way that you would hope they would as well, right? Forrester and Deco. Both making something happen here. STYKO blinded up, not going to be felled by Forrester, and now this one's cracking the way of Apeks. Two big frags early on, positioning denied as well. Little bit awkward that you wind up with 4 players on this side of the map, but Kyxsan can float back up. And a man advantage here for Apeks. Now here's where we need to see them not overextend. Can't be making that mistake again.
Even play retake if you want. With all the options. Really sat back on A, Nork. Holding the divider side, the banana side. Got Kyxsan behind him, jump spotting towards long. So I see no real, no real issue with this sort of setup. Time's running out. Bomb now being heaved over. But this is going to take some monstrous plays from Nickelback to get into this site.
3 players here, 1 close on the connector rotate as well. This should completely favor Apeks, and indeed it does. Deco, I mean, at this point, might just consider the save. The AWP certainly valuable in his hands. STYKO, I don't think he's going to allow the possibility if he's looking the right way at the right time. Oh, he's not. Okay, all right. Unfortunate. No chance to do anything about that. Don't know that I love this hunt. Yes, it'll be great if you punish him after time, but your money is putrid over on the Apeks side. And goodbye, JL. That was a mistake.
Or if you're going to hunt it as a team. A little bit too much. The buy is borderline, but it's certainly doable here for one win, especially with the drop. We're back in the territory of one of those very important rounds where Apeks have no money. Basically nothing. It's STYKO and Nork with a grand apiece, but outside of that, not all too much to speak of. A default out of 1 win. A 4B stack from Apeks. Just JChem on this side of the map. He's expended all his utility early on, just trying to buy a bit of time. Slow down any default. And given where all these 1-win players are, they're 5A. JChem is going to need some help fairly soon.
He's getting it in the form of knock. Unfortunately for him, the pace is slow from one win. But it's still going to be all about these fights. Flash is confirming they're taking some positioning out towards long. Jacob in the right spot if he wants contact. Surprised they don't go for the double spot here, but I guess Knock needs support. Boomich looking for the jump up. Perhaps there's the spot. There's the shot. They're going to chase. And Jacob able to reset, able to get one at least, but only one. Information, though, galore. The bomb as well spotted, so his teammates flowing up to reinforce. And Knock pushing in towards the bathrooms finds one, but the trade is there. No one was watching long. They had the bodies here, but no one had eyes on, and that's a huge miss. Awkward for Kyxsan. Forrester finds it. This scrappiness is favoring one win, and Forrester continues to have impact.
Bomb's going B.
The bomb's left. They're just going to plant on B. The bomb just left. Leave him to tango with Forrester. Dance your own. Over on the other side. Frustration for JL, but he knows the fights are isolated. He's got the one. And he's got the kit now. This is winnable. Didn't even need to go for the reload. Gets the gun instead, and now he's on. Molotov to try and make Deco uncomfortable. First shot misses. He doesn't anticipate this pace of play. JL has a smoke. Is he going to go for the stick? Oh my god, Deco! A second of a spot before that smoke blooms. Maybe a fraction of it. And he hits it.
Money's in the bin. Money's absolutely in the bin. JK might only go 1 for 1 here, but he did enough, didn't he? Gets one. He calls so early that the bomb is long. And I don't know what's going on with Apex's comms, but there are 2, 3, maybe 4 moments in terms of holding A there, where it just looks so janky. Who's taking long contact? I think it was Kyxsan that was stuck close toilets, and he was holding 2 angles. Oh. You know, Apeks won some pretty crazy rounds in that first half. The one that sticks out in my mind is STYKO saving them against the Pistols. And I'm just wondering, is that luck starting to run out? And Forrester and Deco are getting engaged? This has gone from almost done for Apeks early on in this half to now surviving to overtime might even be a bit of a struggle.
I feel like this is the story we've seen across Vertigo and here as well, where, you know, the lead builds and then it starts to just unravel bit by bit, thread by thread. There's just nothing to fight with here outside of STYKO. Dink for Kyxsan, at least. JL, the lone defender. And at this point, STYKO needs to be tucking his head away. He's got a kill, but that might just allow him to save. Now they know he's got an A1S.
I can let him. I mean, look at the money for 1 win. 4 alive is a pretty big result for them. Maybe a poke is Nickelback, but I don't think he's going to go any further forward alone. So no need to get too overzealous. 13 apiece then. 13 apiece. Been a few times in this series where we thought it was done. We thought Apeks was so close to victory. Just had to close it out. Big leads. Like the others, this one's been seeded. They got to change something. They simply have to find some way of playing this defense. 4 B rounds. They've had 3 A rounds. Never can call in the right direction. And even when they do, a few too many mistakes coming back to bite them. And they're running out of runway.
I think they've run out, to be quite frank. I think it's liftoff right now or crater. More aggression from Knock trying to go forward. Jacob catches the first. Actually on that swing, but now he sticks around. He's a little committed. Fade off of this, but for the time being, they'll leave him. Watch for Boomich. patience game here. Who flinches first? Boomich now creeps around the corner. Timing works out for him. He's got the kill straight up in the duel. Jacob was looking for it, but it just didn't matter. But they've lost Forrester. Forrester's been such a huge piece in this second half. And he's down. Him and Deco as well. The two real heavy hitters are in the back seat on the sidelines for this one, and that's a massive coup for Apeks.
Kyxsan needs to get back onto B. Norka's perfectly capable of locking down A on his own. Having a peek around. Kyxsan now is back. That nade is actually very unfortunate. It doesn't kill JL. But with 3 in defense, this is looking very good for Apeks. And even better now, STYKO is assassinating them.
He spotted the last. He spotted the last as well. He knows exactly where Nickelback is in. Time's an issue. You don't really have a chance to go for the full rotate. But Nickelback might make it costly. No. Only one found. STYKO locks the tunnel down. Closed for business. It's the STYKO zone. There's liftoff.
Yeah, well,
They're
at least
off
the
ground.
front. Yeah, I think the front wheel's off the ground. Got to go a little bit further before we're pulling up the landing gear. Good hold from STYKO. They needed that. Nork as well, staying aggressive. That seems to be a change. I mean, JChem and Nork made conscious decisions to not fall back on that round. To stay in positions of information. Nickelback so fast. JChem on the deck. Nork gets one in response. But here comes the utility. Isolated back. All in all, it's still a 4-on-4 for this T side and a lot of space in towards mid.
They're going to leave Knock alone. Nades have been tossed over to reinforce him, but they're going to leave him alone. They're going to go for the 3B lean. And it makes sense. A lot of rounds, 1 win, have gone for this contact A and then shifted in towards a monster play. So Apeks are trying to stay 1 step ahead of them, but this time, no. 1 win. Creeping forward. Fact-finding mission here for Nickelback. He wants this ground. And Knock's got to be very careful not to get caught out.
How do we get Nickelback engaged? He'll know Nork is around somewhere, so I don't think he's going to just peek from these toilets. He's actually going to call his teammates over.
I think they can feel that he's isolated here. Right, especially with that smoke coming out without having seen anything. Kyxsan's going to try and rectify it, but does he get here in time? Molotov stalls it further. Time starting to become an issue here. Nock's done a great job of delaying. But here comes the exec. Here comes the play around. Is Kyxsan through? Bit stuck. Now he's trying to make his play. He's got some ground. Oh, actually on top of the dumpster. This is cheeky. Are they looking for this? Flashbang good. They haven't found the kill they were looking for yet. Where do they think this player is? Kyxsan activates. He gets the kill. He gets the frag. He's able to stay alive as well. Damage on to Nickelback. Now Knock on the line. If they try and reface, they'll find it all up in their face. And there it is. Travis out of play. This one, a little tough in the defense. They need a hero. Nickelback or Deco. Who's it going to be? Deco with 1. But he's alone now. Spotted. Being whittled away. Peppered down by bullets. And he's out of play. Map point. Series point found for Apeks.
It's been a brawl. An absolute brawl. And 1 win didn't get the timing they wanted. They wanted to have Nork alone on the site. We had just enough help from Kyxsan. And now 2 chances. 2 chances, and this one is going to be the best. The buy for 1 win is a mess. 1 Galil on Deco. Tech 9 for Travis. Another Tech 9. Mac 10 in the mix. At least there's quite a bit of utility. But after a shaky, after a scrappy game, Apeks have a golden opportunity now to get into that upper bracket final.
Boost up here from STYKO. They haven't done this all half. Is this going to be expected? We spotted the shadow. Ducking down. Abandoning it. Audio cue, it's a little bit awkward now, but they're ready for it. Boomich gets the 1. I think it was to their advantage, but now they've lost control of the site. And they're all in awkward spots. STYKO lost. Which in this deep corner, they should know he's here, but knowing and dealing with him, those are different things. Jacob, that's a huge find. Bomb's not planted yet. It will be now. It's a question of getting past Boomich. That's the huge challenge here. They know as soon as they take contact with him. But no, he forces the issue. He moves out ahead, and that could have been a blunder. That unravels the round. Travis, solo. One bullet will do him in. Next shot wins it and not stun it. Apeks, it looks hairy. It looks scary. It goes off the rails so many different ways all map long. But they find the rounds when they need the most. They find the kills, and they win it. They seal the deal. They move on into that upper bracket final.
Absolutely. And of course, for all of us that watch them in Paris, it's just a fact that Apeks are not playing at 100% right now.